Oh, COVID-19 inside of a Long Beach shelter for migrant children. That temporary shelter can house up to 1,000 kids, and right now more than 700 are there, and 49 of them have tested positive now for COVID. Officials say at least 67 are being kept in isolation, and siblings are being kept together. UCLA Health has a clinic on site and is treating patients. The Department of Health and Human Services says all of the kids who tested positive either have very mild symptoms or none at all.
I like how they are offering medical care. I feel like that is essentially what they need despite their situation, and that's the best thing that they could do.
Federal officials there are beginning the process of reuniting all of the kids who are there with their families. The goal is to get every child placed in the care of their family or a sponsor within 10 days. And while that Long Beach shelter is near capacity, DHS did release some new photos of some near empty facilities, calling it progress. But tonight, some are calling it misleading. Earlier today, I talked to Sandra Sanchez with Border Report about what exactly is going on here. Sandra, thanks so much, as always, for your time. Appreciate it. DHS did release these photos in the past few days showing what they thought or what they consider to be a lot of progress there at the border in terms of the number of people they are housing. But some other photos have also come to light. Take it from there.
Right. Thanks for having me. Yesterday, Department of Homeland Security released some photos that showed that many of the facilities at the Donna processing migrant compound had really empty tents. There weren't as many unaccompanied migrant children, according to the photos. But U.S. Representative Henry Cuellar, who's vice chairman of the Homeland Security House Appropriations Subcommittee, told me that those photos were misleading.
You know, when they're saying that they got everything under control with the unaccompanied kids, if you go to Donna, you have a tent that's run by Border Patrol. Then they set up maybe 5 tents that are run by HSS. So all they're doing is they're moving kids from one tent to the other tent and say, oh, they're not in the Border Patrol, but they're right next door.
And I know this administration's working hard to kind of get make some progress on the family reunification front. How is that progressing so far, especially with 88% of the unaccompanied minors out of border control custody and in the hands instead of HHS?
Right. It's really hard for us to get information on children once they get into HHS custody. That is considered classified information. It is hard to figure out exactly where those children went. Most of them did go to the interior, and there are so many that are unaccounted for. So here, from our perspective on the border, what we've been tracking is the number of children that continue to come across, and it does remain high. My colleague in El Paso, Julian Resendez, yesterday, however, reported that that U.S. officials are deporting Mexican unaccompanied children back to Mexico, and they're calling it repatriation. And according to the figures that were also sent to me, they're saying that any Mexican unaccompanied child that comes across will be sent back, that they are not being considered in this number count that we have been holding here.
For folks who don't live in Texas or Arizona or California, explain the broader implications of the issue. Why should the rest of the country feel invested or care about what is happening at the Texas border or those other states?
There's a perception when Joe Biden took office that the border was open. He said he wasn't going to build another foot of border wall, but he has said that his administration will have border security. But, all of this costs U.S. taxpayers money. People who are in detention facilities, the cost is almost $800 per day per unaccompanied minor children. There's a facility about 3 hours north of here, Carrizo Springs, and it has less than 1,000 beds, and it's $800 per child, and they have to pay for the full facility all the time. It's almost $1 million a day. So from a dollar and cents perspective, it does cost American taxpayers. Migrant advocates say these people are coming because they're fleeing economic conditions, hardships, criminal activity in their home countries. The root cause is something that we're still waiting for Kamala Harris to explain to us as she works negotiations with all these leaders in Central America and ties it all up. And hopefully we start to see these numbers decrease.
All right, Sandra, as always, thanks for your time and your reporting. We appreciate it.
Thank you.